Merry Christmas! If there was one thing that I loved about Christmas break the most, it was spending so much time with my mom. She always made time for me and my brother and made crafts with us when we were little. Making crafts with her was even better than sleeping in. Today I'm going to share with you some great and easy kids crafts that you can make with your kids. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some super easy kids crafts for beginners of all ages. The supplies that you'll need for today's crafts are crafting scissors, pom-poms, washable crafting glue and a protective tablecloth or a placemat, crochet thread or some other kind of thread, and a tapestry needle. These can be really dull so they're still safe. Just be mindful of your kids' ages and their skill level. Pipe cleaners, a large knitting needle, and lots of buttons, all kinds of colors. Here are the crafts that I'm going to show you how to make today. Let's start on this snowman first. You'll need pom-poms, pipe cleaners, buttons, and glue. We're just going to glue our snowman together, arranging largest to smallest. Now we'll set him aside so that he can dry, and we'll do something else while we wait for him. This candy cane is easier than easy, and it makes a great little ornament. You just need red and white pipe cleaners. Just even out the ends and then twist them together. You can go as tight or as loose as you'd like. When you get down to the bottom, turn your ends up on both sides. Now you should have a big peppermint stick. Then we'll just turn it a little bit and shape it into a candy cane shape. This one's all done and ready to hang on your tree. Oh look, you can make a little heart too. Another really easy pipe cleaner craft that might be good for older kids is making a little tree. This is where you'll need your star beads, knitting needle, and pipe cleaner. I'm going to hold on to my pipe cleaner and then twist it nice and tight all the way around my knitting needle. All the way to the end. You want to leave a little bit of it straight because that'll be the top of the tree. Slide that off, straighten this end, and then we're going to pull it apart very gently and then start twisting it in the opposite direction that you twisted it onto your knitting needle. That will help make the base larger and the top stay small. Get that to a good shape where you like it, and then we'll place the star bead. Oh, this one's got a blurb on it. Place the star bead on the top and turn your pipe cleaner down, and you have a little tree. I'm going to show you how to make this cute little button tree next. We'll need buttons, our tapestry needle, and our crochet thread. There are all of my buttons. And just to make things go a little bit smoother, I'm going to arrange them in the order that I want to place them. I'm using about 3 of each size and another star bead. I cut about an 18-inch length for my hanger. Now I'm just going to thread my needle, thread that down a ways. Then we're going to tie a knot on the end so that the buttons won't slide off as we're threading them onto our string. I'm going to start up at the top of the tree with the buttons with the pretty side up and going down. Let your buttons dangle and we'll go in across from each of the holes that we just went through. So since this one has 4, I'm going across. This way our tree will hang nice and straight. When you get back up to the top, you can go ahead and remove your needle. It may take a little bit of negotiating with the thread. Now we're going to even out our ends so that it will hang nicely. If yours won't slide through very easily, take your needle back through and come up under your thread, and that'll help loosen things up a little bit. Add your star bead. Then we will tie lots and lots of knots across the top of our hanger to make sure that our star bead will not fall off. Our knot isn't very pretty, but at least it's going to keep our star bead in place. Let's check in with Mr. Snowman over here. Not quite dry. Mr. Snowman was having a hard time drying quickly, so we're going to use a faster drying glue for him. This might also be a good place to use a hot glue gun if your child is old enough and you feel it's safe enough. This glue is great. It dries really quickly. It's like liquid hot glue. Be careful with painted nails because it has acetone in it. Now we'll set him aside again and see if he can dry a little bit quicker, and we'll move on to his button hat. I'm using 3 black beads and 1 red bead, but one of my black beads is larger, so that way he can have a little ribbon around his hat. I'm going to glue these 2 black ones together while we're waiting for the red and the black to join together and dry. Ah yes, that's much better. He's drying much quicker. Let's go ahead and make his little scarf. This is just an old pipe cleaner that I have that I was using for a different project. I'm going to measure where I want it, place my finger there, fold it at about a 90-degree angle, twist it around, and then come down and cut it with my craft scissors. Then we'll wrap this around his neck and glue it on. We may not even need to glue it on. That seems to be staying quite nicely. Our hat is ready to be assembled together, so I'm just going to add another dot of glue on top of my red and then stack my other 2 blacks. We'll wait for this to dry and then place it on his head. And there's our little snowman. Thanks so much for joining me today for another Christmas Crafts and Chats. I love you so much. I hope I get to see you tomorrow. Merry Christmas!